Look, before we get into the content, it's really important that you guys hit that subscribe button. We're out here every single day working for y'all, trying to hit y'all with the best content. And what motivates us to keep going is people like you. So hit the subscribe button, join the conversation, join the Deuce Gang.
What he said.
They're really and truly in America, and I guess different parts of the world too, I guess everywhere, you know what I mean? They really and truly will just look at you, if you look like us, and think they could just get away with anything, don't they? Just anything. If they stole some shit, they'd be like, "Nah, it was him." I guess it was him. I guess it was him because I mean, look at how he looks. He's him, right? And to the point, there's a black dude who's facing charges after two white men threatened to hang him with a noose. This was in Indiana, right? And his name is Vox Booker, and he accused the two men threatening him with a noose in an attack this happened last year. But now the victim, is facing charges. Now, to be clear, when they approached him, he knocked one of their blocks off, right? So, love that part of the story.
There's that.
The two men were arrested and they were charged with criminal confinement, intimidation, and battery. Now, this is a quote from Booker. He says, "I'm not going to back down from this. I'm not just going to let these folks go on about their lives like they didn't victimize me. I'm going to stand up for myself. Once again, there's nothing more American than charging a black man in his own attempted lynching. I wasn't surprised because for the entire year, the special prosecutor has been pressuring me and bullying me at every turn that if I don't let the charges get dismissed, that he was going to charge me." How crazy is that? And
this is crazy.
To his point where he said he's not surprised, neither am I.
This is entitlement on a whole nother, like when you thought like you saw these videos and everything like that, and you saw the level of entitlement, and you're like, yo, it just can't, there's no way it can't get any worse. Here we are. You've asked for this, and here it is. This is a level of entitlement that I have never seen or heard of before. This is crazy. Think about how privileged you have to feel to go up to somebody, attack them, get your ass kicked, and then want to accuse that person because they beat you up, because your attack was a failure.
They were also on private property.
Oh, well, you didn't say that.
They're also on private property.
That changed everything. Yeah.
And the reason I wanted to bring that piece up there and throw that in last minute like that, I did that intentionally, because let's play devil's advocate for a second. I don't like you because of the color of your skin, and you're by yourself, and I'm with my friend, and I just happen to have a noose on me. So now I'm gonna go mess with you. Cool. You deck me. I look like an idiot. Let's move on. But wait. You thought I learned my lesson, but I still don't like you, and I still don't like black people. So how can I get at you? We were on private property. You assaulted me on private property. I'm going to charge you. I'm sorry to say this. These two white racist people probably have a case.
Where do they have a case?
If I go to your home, right? So if I go to your home, excuse me, let me say it differently. If I'm on my property, right, and I'm taunting you, hurling racial insults, threatening your life, whatever I'm doing, but I'm on my property,
right?
And you come to my property to shut me up, and you deck me, you give me what I deserve. I deserved it. I started it, but you came on my property. I have a case. You're trespassing.
Absolutely,
because you assaulted me.
You didn't do anything before. Absolutely. But we're talking about somebody who was getting attacked.
They were not physically.
So these guys were just yelling at him?
Taunting, yes.
And said, grab a noose, and then he just ran over and just punched somebody in their face?
So let's see here. Again, here's what's happening. These guys got charged for criminal confinement, intimidation, and battery. Battery is vague. It didn't say assault and battery. It just says battery.
Right.
I don't know the legal jargon for that, but it says intimidation and confinement. Intimidation is, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Right. You know what confinement is? Confinement is constraining somebody and not like physically not letting them be able to move.
Okay.
And then battery usually involves some
Assault
type of
and battery involves some sort of physical interaction outside of
right.
restraining someone.
Right.
So would you? So oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's it. I was just clarifying what the legal jargon for those things were, because those things are all things that involve you having to at least make some form of contact with somebody at some point, right? So for me to sit here and be like, okay, this guy just somebody was yelling. Listen, we're black, okay? We live in a world where, although it's surprising to some people, some of the things, some of the stories that they hear, how people could just be walking down the street and get racial slurs at them, or you could be driving, or it doesn't even matter. It shocks some people. If you're black, that's a regular fucking regular thing.
Regular occurrence.
So you really want me to sit here and believe that there was a black man walking down the street and some white guys were just yelling at him, just screaming racial stuff, and he got so angry that he ran over and punched him in the face, knowing what type of world we live in? There's no way. There's no way. There's no black man that dumb. The dumbest black man would not do that shit. The dumbest black man would not do that shit. There's no level of it because they understand what it is. Okay, at the end of the day, I could probably kick your ass. You're just talking shit. I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, if I punch you, if I do something, worse is going to happen to me than it's going to happen to you. Everybody knows that.
That's a fact.
So this is a joke, because the first lawyer that these two white guys had thought about charging the black guy, but didn't, because he probably realized it's fucking ridiculous. They went and got a second lawyer now. The second lawyer is the one who decided, okay, you know what? Let's go charge this guy and see what happens. Now, I don't know why they would do that. That's confusing to me.
So, just for clarification, what I'm picturing after you've broken down the legal jargon side of it. So, viewing public, follow me here. Black guys going to meet up with the homies. Two white guys with a noose, talk shit, approach said black gentleman, confine him, restrain him, right? Intimidate him, and then we'd have to assume battery, some sort of physical altercation occurred from the white people's side. The black guy defended himself. This is what the picture I'm getting when you break it down.
Self-defense is when you is defending your life when you feel that there is any threat to it. So it doesn't have to always be physical. Most times it does, because it has to be on that level. You have to physically see it. But I mean, there are certain times where, just think about it. If I'm surrounded by 10 guys in a circle, and they're all yelling at me, you're telling me if I go and punch them that I'm gonna go to jail? That's what you feel?
Well, this is what they're saying, and the way you break it down now, hell no, these niggas don't have a case. Obviously,
it's the most ridiculous thing. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And that's why I'm saying it's a level of entitlement that I have never heard of before, to the point where you want to bring something that is literally unprecedented to court. You just want to bring this to court for what? For fun? For jokes? Because you feel like you can't win your actual real case?
But you know, it's funny, and we won't even go into that, but it's funny that these two white people did this because Central Park Karen, remember we talked about Central Park Karen who called the cops on the black. She's doubling down on everything. She's like, yeah, I'm glad I called the cops on the black guy. She's doubling down. It's
I heard about that too.
Yeah, it goes back to your sense of to their sense of entitlement. But viewing public, what are your thoughts on this, man? I mean, really and truly, what are you doing? What are you doing? You a brother or sister, and they approaching you with a noose, man. A noose. And you know you could take them both. Are you not Donkey Kong punching these niggas? Leave it in the comments, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Join that Deuce Gang, bro. Doses.
Hey.
Listen,
yo, thanks for watching that video, making it all the way to the end. You made it this far, you have to like, please subscribe and comment on the video as well. Join the conversation.
Absolutely. We finally hit our goal of 500 subscribers. Yes,
Yes,
we are
sir.
trying to get to 1,000, and we can only do that with your help. You can start by watching that next video. You see that tiny little icon? Click on that icon, rinse and repeat. Deuces.
Deuce.